I walk past the places we left like they wouldn't remember us. Same street, same corners, but something in me still does. I told myself it's over, told myself it's done, but memories are sober, even after the flame is gone. There's no smoke in the distance, no fire in the sky, but something underneath it hasn't fully died. I don't reach for you anymore, don't call your name at dawn. But when I sit too long in silence, I feel what lingers on. Some things don't blaze forever, they just glow beneath what looks like dust and ruin. Still holds heat, ashes still feel warm, even when the fire's gone. You can't see the spark, but it hasn't moved that far. Ashes still feel warm, long after love moves on. It don't burn like before, but it lingers in the core. Oh, I packed away the pages, folded up the night, say goodbye to the future we once held tight. I learned to say your name without the weight it had, learned to breathe through memories without collapsing back. But healing isn't cold, it doesn't freeze the past, it just teaches you to hold it without letting it hold you fast. There are days I feel untouched, like I finally moved ahead, and days the smallest reminder brings the warmth back instead. Not a wildfire, not a storm, just a quiet afterglow. Ashes still feel warm, even when the night is calm, even when the room is clean of everything we've been. Ashes still feel warm, but they don't light the dark, they just sit inside the dust where we once left our mark. I don't want the fire black, I don't need the flame, but I respect what it built in me, even after it changed. Some heat becomes a lesson, some smoke becomes a sign that what we had was real, even if it's no longer mine. Ashes still feel warm, but I'm not standing in the blaze. I've stepped beyond the smoke, I walked away from the haze. Ashes still feel warm, and maybe that's okay. It means it once was real, even if it couldn't stay. Not every fire returns, not every spark reforms, but sometimes love leaves proof in how the ashes still feel warm. I never made a scene about it, never let it spill too far. Learned how to fold my feelings like letters in the dark. Smile when they asked if I was fine. Changed the subject, kept it light. Kept the weight beneath my ribs, out of everybody's sight. I got good at being steady, good at holding up the room, even when the air felt heavy, even when I couldn't move. You never know by looking how loud it was in me. I built a calm exterior no one thought to see. Not every wound needs a witness, not every ache needs a crowd. Some battles stay internal, some storms don't get loud. I carry this quietly, like it was mine alone. Never let it show in daylight, never let it reach my tone. I carry this quietly, didn't ask for sympathy. Some pains don't beg for attention, they just live beneath. I showed up every morning like nothing was out of place. Kept my posture straight, kept composure on my face. The nights were different stories, when the world was settled low. That's when the truth would visit, that's when it would show. I replayed the conversation, all the words I didn't say, all the times I swallowed pride just to keep the peace in place. It's strange how strong you look when you're breaking silently, how nobody ever notices when you choose dignity. No applause, no rescue, just breath and resolve. I carry this quietly through every crowded room, through every forced distraction, through every afternoon. I carry this quietly, didn't let it bear my friend. Some things you don't announce, you just survive away. I'm not asking for a spot, not rewriting history, just acknowledging the strength it took to carry me. There's power in restraint, and not unraveling out loud, and holding yourself together when no one's around. I carry this quietly, and I'm still standing here. Every silent night behind me, every hidden tear. I carry this quietly, but it didn't break my core. If anything, it shaped me into something more. Not every scar is visible, not every truth is told. Some strength grows in silence, it never needs to be bold. Needs to be bold. The phone don't ring like it used to, the room don't hold your voice. Just air sitting heavy on my chest, like it's waiting on a choice. I used to chase every echo, Used to fill every space, talk just to avoid the quiet, run from what I couldn't face. Now the nights stretch wider, no distraction in the sound, just the hum of something honest when the world slows down. I thought silence was rejection, thought it meant I'd been replaced, but maybe it's just protection from the noise I used to chase. No more proving, no more pleading, no more reaching for replies. I answer the silence now, let it sit, let it speak somehow. Every pause don't mean goodbye, every stillness ain't a lie. I answer the silence now, it don't shake me like it did before. If you don't call, I don't fall, I just stand a little taller in the quiet of it all. I used to measure love in volume, how loud it said my name, how fast it texted back, how strong it held the flame. But love that needs a constant signal was never steady ground. If it fades the moment it's quiet, it was never sound. So I let the space expand, let the tension settle down. I don't rush to fill the absence, I don't beg to be around. If you feel me, you'll come closer. If you don't, that's okay. I don't shrink for reassurance, I don't barter just to stay. No more bargaining with my boundaries, no more turning down my truth. I answer the silence now, let it test what's real and how. If you care, it'll show itself without me losing myself. I answer the silence now, it don't bruise me like it used to. If the room grows cold, I don't fold, I just let the quiet move. Silence used to scare me, felt like something ending. Now it feels like clarity, like something steady standing. When nobody's calling, I can hear my own voice, and it sounds like peace, and it sounds like choice. I answer the silence now, let it shape me, let it ground. Every pause is sacred space, every breath a different grace. I answer the silence now, not afraid of what it means. If you're meant to stay, you'll find your way through the quiet to me. To me. Silence is empty, not every distance is wrong. Some quiet is just you getting strong. Nothing shattered on the floor, no raised voices at the door, no last words sharp enough to leave a scar we couldn't ignore. We didn't burn the house down, didn't curse the sky, but we just slowly stopped reaching for the shape of what was love. You still look the same, still say my name the way you do. but something underneath it was already pulling loose. We sat across from each other like we both already knew. There was no villain in the story, just the truth we outgrew. No blame, no fight, just two hearts out of time. Nothing broke, it just ended. No crash, no need to mend it. No pieces on the ground, no silence screaming loud. Nothing broke, it just faded. A quiet ship we never named it. Sometimes love don't fall apart, it just outgrows the heart. We try to stretch the distance, pretend it wasn't there, but you can't force a feeling that's already disappeared. The laughter felt familiar, but it didn't feel the same. Like we're playing old recordings from a season we can't reclaim. I kept waiting for the rupture, some dramatic final scene, but endings don't need chaos to mean what they mean. We didn't lose respect, we didn't lose our grace. We just stopped being the future in each other's space. No storm, no scar, just two souls who drifted far. Nothing broke, it just ended. No anger to defend it, no shattered trust to fix, no betrayal in the mix. Nothing broke, it just ended. A quiet truth we blended. Sometimes love runs its course without a single fool. Maybe that's the hardest part, there's nothing left to blame. No villain in the mirror, no fire to contain, just acceptance settling in, like evening light through blind. Some stories close and whisper, not in warning signs. Nothing broke, it just ended, and somehow that's more honest. No wreckage left behind, just clarity in time. Nothing broke, it just ended. Maybe that's the lesson. Not every love must fall, some just reach the wall. No cracks in the foundation, no thunder in the sky, just two people letting go without asking why. The end wasn't loud, no doors, no broken glass, no final word sharp enough to make it last. Just a shift in the temperature, a distance in your eyes, conversations getting shorter, longer spaces in between replies. We stopped reaching for each other at the edge of the bed, stopped asking how we felt, started saying it's fine instead. It didn't fall apart in pieces, did it? crash against the ground. It just slowly stopped breathing without a sound. No storm, no war, just quiet at the door. The end wasn't loud, it didn't beg to be announced. It slipped between the days and settled in the house. The end wasn't loud, no final scene, no crowd, just two hearts turning down without a sound. I kept thinking we'd recover, the love don't fade that way, but comfort turned to distance, and distance chose to stay. Still shared the same horizon, still moved inside the same room, but something sacred left us, and silence took its place too soon. You stopped saying we wouldn't mean it, I stopped asking what was wrong. We both felt the ground shift, but pretended we were strong. And strange how something once electric can dim without a spark. How two people can be present, but worlds apart in the dark. And no blame, no fight, just fading from sight. The end wasn't loud, it didn't tear the ceiling down. It whispered through the night till we stopped making sound. The end wasn't loud, it didn't leave a wound, just an empty kind of echo in a once familiar room. Maybe loud would have been easier, something clear to hold, a reason to point to, a story to be told. But this was softer than anger, colder than goodbye, just two people slowly letting something die. The end wasn't loud, but it changed us all the same. You can lose a love in silence without anyone to blame. The end wasn't loud, no thunder in the sky, just a quiet kind of ending that never learned to cry. Some endings scream, some endings scream, and some just fade when the lights go out. I was steady before you found me, walking straight lines in my own direction. Had a rhythm I didn't question, had a voice that didn't shake. You said my name like it was fragile, like it carried too much weight, like you could soften every sharp edge just by the way you shaped it. I didn't know what that would cost me, didn't feel the shift at first, just thought love was evolution, didn't know it could reverse. I let you rewrite my story, with your hands around the pen. Every time you call me closer, I step further from who I've been. You called it grow, you called it healing, but something in me stopped breathing. Your love changed my name, turned my fire into flame, small enough to hold in your hands, safe enough to understand. Your love changed my name, made me softer, made me tame. I didn't see it fade away till I couldn't answer when they said my name. I started answering the silence, started shrinking in the room. Every time I chose your comfort over what I knew was true. I wore the version you preferred, like it fit me better somehow. The mirrors don't lie for long, and I don't recognize me now. I used to speak without rehearsing, used to stand without a shake. Now I measure every sentence for the peace I'm trying to make. Love shouldn't feel like quiet erasure, shouldn't blur the shape of a man. But I kept adjusting my posture just to stay inside your plan. You called it compromise, I called it devotion, but it felt like slow erosion. Your love changed my name, every promise rearranged. I let you hold the final say on who I was becoming. Your love changed my name, turned my strength into restraint. Now I'm standing in the rain, trying to remember how I used to sound. If I close my eyes, I can almost hear him, the man I was before I feared him. Before I feared losing you more than I feared losing me. There's a voice beneath the quiet, still calling out my name. Not the one you gave me, but the one I claim. Your love changed my name, but it won't define my frame. I'm taking back what's left of me, unlearn what you made. Your love changed my name, but I'm choosing me again. And when they call, I'll answer strong, like I did back then. Some love teaches you to open, some love teaches you to open, some love teaches you never to forget yourself again. Yeah. At first it was loud, wouldn't let me sleep. Sat heavy in my chest, ran circles in my dreams. Every memory had volume, every silence had a sting. I could hear the hurt breathing in everything. It followed me through daylight, turned muses into noise, made every small decision feel like a choice I couldn't avoid. I thought pain would always echo, thought it lived to make a sound. Didn't know it could grow tired of dragging me around. Time doesn't erase it, it reshapes it, softens the edges of what we feel. Even pain learns to whisper after screaming your soul. was a season I was fragile, every thought a load of weight, walking careful through my own mind, like one wrong step would break. But healing isn't fireworks, it's quieter than that. It's waking up and noticing the ache ain't fighting back. I still feel it in the evenings when the city settles low, but it don't command the room now. It just visits, then it goes. I stopped trying to outrun it, stop trying to win. Sometimes strength is letting the silence settle in. It don't control me, it just reminds me where I've been and who I am. Even pain learns to whisper after tearing through your pride. Oh, oh. Even nights grow less heavy when you stop asking why. It don't leave without a trace, but it loosens its hold on me. Even pain learns to whisper gradually. What once felt like drowning now feels like rain. Still touches my skin, but it don't stay. I carry the lesson, not the weight. I keep the growth, release the ache. Even pain learns to whisper when you stop fighting the sound. When you sit with it long enough, lays its armor down. It becomes part of your story, not the center of your scene. Even pain learns to whisper and lets you breathe. Not every hurt disappears, some just change their tone. And what once felt like a storm becomes a wind you've known. I used to know the weight of my own silence, used to sit with it like it was mine. Windows down, city breathing slow. I had nowhere to be but inside. You came in like a soft confession, no loud entrance, no warning sign, just steady warmth in the winter of me. And I let your orbit change my sky. I started bending without noticing, shifting edges just to fit your frame. Every compromise felt harmless till I couldn't recognize my name. I called it love when it was leaving, piece by piece, without a sound. I lost myself loving you, traded my center for your truth, held you close, let me fade, smile while I rearrange. I thought that's what devotion meant, to disappear and call it death. But somewhere in between your heart and mine, I left my life behind. I learned your moves like sacred scripture, studied every rise and fall. Measure my tone before I spoke, just to keep us from a storm. I stopped saying what I needed, started saying what you like. Turn my edges into softness, yeah. Dim my fire in the light. Friends would ask if I was good now. I would nod and change a thing. Didn't know that loving someone shouldn't cost your self-esteem. I called it growth, I called it patience, but it was fear of being alone. I lost myself loving you, built my world around your mood. Every dream I had on hold, every boundary overruled. I thought that's what forever was, to sacrifice until it's done. But somewhere in between your wants and mine, I crossed my own design. Now I'm standing in the quiet, trying to remember my voice. What did I sound like before I chose you over choice? Who was I before your comfort felt like air? Before I shaped my whole existence around whether you were there. I'm not angry, I'm just waking from a love that blurred my view, and I'm slowly reintroducing me without you. I lost myself loving you, but I'm finding what is true. All the parts I let you take, all the strength I gave away. Love shouldn't erase your name, shouldn't make you feel ashamed. So I'm keeping what is mine this time. And I don't regret the way I loved, I just regret the way I left myself unprotected in your